Good day everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a bit of a character exploration uh, where I already know what my character is going to be like. One thing I talk about when you're doing character design, one thing I've learned is that you need to understand who your character is as a person, like understand them fully, their likes, their dislikes, their strengths, their weaknesses, their quirks, the things they like. Like you have to have all these things written down, right? It's very important when you're doing character design. And then something you would want to do is you would like to explore the character, and by that is that you get different references and kind of see what fits, what look is going to fit that character. While you already do your research prior to that, but you know after you've done your research and you have references, like even in real life and even from fiction, you gather those references together, and then you kind of explore what your character is going to look like. And the character I'm going to work on today is a character that is in my comic. It's a character that is coming up. So I had already designed the character before, but I got a bit of review. Let me show you the previous design I did. This is the character. Her name is Chibola, but once I sent it to my co-creator, he told me that he gave me some tips and he gave me some you know like she looks very generic, like a generic. She's supposed to be this stoic, um director Fury type of character, right? But African, like a bit of Amanda Waller, but African. So, but she looked very. He told me she looked, but she looked very generic. Essentially, is what I'm trying to say. And I can't lie. He's right. So, he gave me some pointers on how to make her, just to make her a bit more unique. Make her look like a typical Nigerian auntie. Uh, she's a character in her 50s, and she has this um, Varys like vibe from Game of Thrones, where she doesn't show so much emotions. She usually does micro expressions and stuff like that, and she's this kind of person that gives the air of she already knows what's going to happen. So I'm going to try and represent that here and get more references and make her look more African essentially. So yeah, guys, this is the like, will I say, the final piece of the work. Of course, there can be adjustments, but I did try and work on improving the gilly, because I did talk to Ebenezer, my guy who I work with on this project, and he just gave me a bit of revision and gave me some pointers on how to like just improve the character and make her a bit more interesting than she already is. And I just decided to add a little bit of color, because I did tell him that the reason why it was looking a bit boring was because I didn't add color. Color actually makes things look a bit more interesting, and when you play with the light and shadow, you can bring out the expression of the character a bit more, and pop out the character. So that's just what I did here. And the thing about this character is that there'll be different clothing. They don't just wear one, but this is just like an idea that I can use. Like this menacing Yoruba auntie, even though she doesn't look exactly 100% menacing exactly, but I could play with the lights and angles and things like that in the comic, and then it will look a bit more better, and it will should fit with the story and stuff like that. So whenever what I would suggest to anybody working on character design, what I would suggest is that you first of all kind of write out the character, um, the general vibe of your character, pick references from actual fiction, from real life stories, and then fuse that with what things that are a bit relatable to you as a person, like that are in your environment, and things that you can work with. Like, because for instance, like I said before, this character, the big inspiration of this character was characters like Ghost Freak and Lord Varys from Game of Thrones, and what's the name of that other show, Breaking Bad. So I do like those characters a lot, and I decided to fuse it with this Nigerian auntie kind of vibe, because a lot of our elders actually like this. They actually have this this vibe going on. I just mix it with sort of like the spy. I call it spy thriller that we are creating. So yeah, that's just it. I would suggest just when you are doing your character, try to have fun with it as well. As you can see, I didn't go super detailed. Like, I did do a sketch, and I didn't bother like detailing it or like painting it exactly. I just added a bit of light and shadow. I just used the multiply blend mode, and what's the name of the other blend mode, and the screen blend mode to work and achieve my light and dark, and basically that's it. Especially since you have a lot of characters that you might want to do, you don't need to go do a lot of views like this, but this kind of exploration is what's going to help you to understand the character yourself, and you could do different poses and things like that to make it pop. Oh yeah, I forgot one thing. Yeah, when we are looking, let me show you the how it looks like the previous versions. So I went from something like this. I went from this essentially. I'll put that back there. I went from this essentially to this, and then to this, which is the final look of the work. So that's why when I suggest, like, if you are making a comic book for the first time, it is good to work with someone, because when you rub minds together, you sort of, in as much as you might be a creative person, someone might have a different idea that will just fit like the character that you're trying to do. May just point something that you may already know about, or you may be having a feeling about, but just make it a little bit interesting. You always need somebody to push you. So Ebenezer pushed me to push this character to from something like this to something like this, which is a lot more African and interesting, and then finally pushed it to something a bit more like this, which pops a little bit more. And of course, it can be better. I'm 100% sure that when I show him this, he will still have little tweaks and stuff that he could say to improve the character. But generally, I just want us to just get on with the story and stuff like that, instead of wasting our time. We're not Disney, so instead of wasting our time just doing character design and stuff like that, on all this fun little stuff, it's not the story at the end of the day. So yeah, that's one thing I would suggest. So yeah, that's just it for this video. I will try to do more character videos like this. If you have more questions, or if you like videos like this, like documentative processes like this, let me know. Give the video a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.